Welcome back to the Camellia Indoor Sports Centre for continued Day 3 action of the Australian Parachair Football Club Championships. My name is Tom Burns. I'm joined in the box by Jet Taylor.
Yes, very happy to be here once more.
This match will be something special. It is the Sydney Derby, Sydney FC, Western Sydney Wanderers. And Jet, it's always something special when these two teams meet.
100%. Just one of the games I'm looking forward to of this week. Very honoured to be calling it. Of course, I do have a relative playing for one of the sides, being Jackson Taylor of the Western Sydney Wanderers. But I'll try and keep my biases as even as I can.
It's all right. There was a moment yesterday where there was a suggestion that I might be a little bit too biased to Brisbane teams. It's all right. We do our best, but we are, of course, human.
Of course. Of course, knowing all these Wanderers boys, as well as knowing all these Sydney boys, will be a good game. We see how things pan out. Of course, Wanderers getting a great win this morning against River City, as well as Sydney getting a win over Hills. Starting lineup looks to be Town, Ball, Ryan and O'Brien. For the Wanderers, they haven't come out yet, but we'll see how things pan out, Tom.
It looks like it's going to be the 4 senior players for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Ben Pete having on to take the coin toss. Andy Waite, the goalkeeper. Riley Johnson will play that central position, and Steve Webb on the far wing. Captain
America, he's been the talk of the tournament so far, coming over from Minnesota, playing for the Shockwave specifically. Be looking to make an impact on this derby. Surely he knows the magnitude of this one. We'll see what he can do.
There was a few question marks raised at the end of day 1 when Western Sydney Wanderers exited the day with just 2 points. They cleaned it up yesterday. They're now 4 wins on the trot after a 2-goal win over River City this morning. They go for 5 now.
Yeah, done very well to find some form over this past day and a half. We'll see if they can continue it here. Riley Johnson at the forefront.
And I think it may have been the Wanderers who won the toss, and they may have elected to
swap.
They may have elected to take a leaf out of the Tom Byrne playbook and swap ends off the coin toss. Sydney FC with the first possession, Josh Ryan. Sydney FC scored the late winner against Hills United earlier this morning. George Tiong setting up Josh Ryan to win that game 1-0. So both these teams with a little bit of momentum heading into this game.
Yeah, I can't say I saw the game, but I heard great things about it.
That ball punched through and immediately a 2-on-1. Western Sydney feeding the ball further forward.
Yeah, Riley Johnson just trying to amp up his team to start this game here. Very, very influential figure. The marquee player of this tournament.
We haven't seen the Wanderers on court 1 since day 1. As Ben Pete attempting to go for goal. He hasn't found the net yet this week. Spins around and doesn't quite connect with that ball. Ryan. Now Riley Johnson on the ball. Trying to go through Josh Ryan. Josh is very good on the defensive battle. Johnson, though, running his ball around. He's sitting a lot higher than we saw him do against Hills in that 1-1 draw yesterday. And now it goes out of play for a throw-in for Western Sydney.
Yeah, Riley Johnson there. Just letting the ball go out for his team's throw-in. Steve Webb to take now. See what he does with it.
He's taking his time. He's almost setting up like he wants to try direct. Johnson moving around. Lots of motion to distract. So we will go back for a 2-on-1 violation now against Sydney. And Sydney just needs to keep their calm. You cannot give away easy whistle like that.
Yeah, we know how deadly Riley Johnson is.
Ben Pete moving around, positioning himself on the left-hand side post. Steve Webb on the right. Johnson goes first time. Webb, Johnson, Pete. And a 2-on-1 this time by the Wanderers will break that play down.
Keat just a touch close there. Unlucky from himself.
Josh Ryan needs to hit this goal kick right. They need some possession. Ryan. Then Keat ends up with it, but he can't really do much with it. Ryan now battling with Keat. Very aggressive on the back wheel and vet's whistle.
Ben Keat understanding of that one. Let's give Sydney a bit of breathing room here. Josh Ryan sporting the goalkeeper shirt now.
Josh has been in the goalkeeper's orange for Sydney FC most of the week. Cody Town has however sat in the defensive position. Now Daniel O'Brien, first attacking chance for Sydney. O'Brien putting back for Ryan. O'Brien, that ball a little bit too central. Now Riley Johnson with it, chooses not to spin. Now plays it on the inside, and Josh Ryan does well to avoid the back tyre. Riley Johnson, one side of the pitch to the other. And Josh Ryan kicks the pocket, but it goes out of play.
Yeah, that's going to be a great duel all game. Johnson and Ryan, both at the centre for their teams.
Johnson is sent back authoritatively by Fletcher Ball. No goal for you, sir.
Fletcher Ball just sitting on the edge of his boundary there, just holding his ground quite well.
Johnson, Josh Ryan clearing. Webb goes to Ben Keat, and Josh Ryan overestimated where that ball was going to end up. Can Keat keep it in? Yes, he can. Attempted pass, and Daniel O'Brien's got to pick it off. Happening now with Johnson, he opens up, looking for Webb. And Ryan's touched it back further towards Webb, and a 2-on-1 violation as Ryan leads the box. Once again, you've got to keep it in the box.
Yeah, just not the game awareness there from Ryan that he wants.
Steve Webb will take this free kick. Arm in the air to signify it is an indirect. Webb, Johnson, off the post and out. In fact, it has been deemed to come off the rear of Cody Townsend's chair.
Yeah, Town just sticking to his back post there. Getting a touch on the way out. Bit of contact in the box there.
I think it was teammate on teammate. Johnson plays it at the wall. Town breaking first. Can't afford to let Johnson flip. Town keeping it tight. That's aggressive on the back wheel, and that might be, it is outside the box, so it will be a direct free kick.
Very, very close to being a penalty there from Sydney. Cody Town, the offender.
That's why I hesitated. I thought it may have been in the box. Johnson, first time doesn't shoot, second time does shoot, straight through, and the Wanderers had the lead early in the derby.
Great goal there from Riley Johnson. Just shows the talent that he has. Really aims that one in the corner. Not much Josh Ryan can do about it. Great work from Captain America there.
We know how much passion and feeling this fixture draws. Some fantastic matches in the history of the Wanderers and Sydney FC, no matter if it's power chair, the running game. Wanderers have it 1-0 so far. Ryan does a dummy, looks for a touch finder, then Keat feeds it in. Johnson just waiting, flicking away now. Keat almost swims on Josh Ryan. Sydney FC with possession upfield. That's a long ball. Riley Johnson forced to make a save. Sydney FC with an attacking chance.
Just cut out there. Ben Keat not getting the touch he would have wanted there at all. Just inviting the pressure back from Sydney right after they've gone up. Not ideal from him.
Do you think maybe it's worth considering options on the bench?
Perhaps. John O'Reyes and my brother Jackson Taylor, both prominent in this tournament already.
Jax Taylor scored 4 so far. It's been something like 25 goals as at the end of yesterday by Western Sydney. 2 more, I believe, this morning. And now a third on the day to open things in the derby. And Johnson just running this from one end of the pitch to the other, battling with Josh Ryan. Johnson, Webb, goes himself.
Beautiful ball there.
And
Keat on the end of it, unlucky.
Just can't score.
Good play there.
I don't think there was much more that Ben Keat could have done. The defence was covering, but it was a golden chance as Josh Ryan trying to go through Riley Johnson. Referee's happy with it, but it will be a throw-in. Webb off the back of Fletcher ball. Andy Late with his first touch of the afternoon, and Daniel O'Brien can't get out of the way, and mistakes just creeping in for Sydney.
Yeah, Sydney under the pump here. Young squad. Let's see how they deal with it.
Young squad, and once you start having scoreboard pressure, things happen. And a 2-on-1 will be given away by Sydney FC. And it was Fletcher with Daniel. Sydney FC bench are not happy with this call.
It's a touch of ill-discipline there, perhaps. Coaching staff of Sydney not happy with that one.
Pressure building. Johnson. O'Brien getting shut down, but he's going to be shepherded away on the 2. As Cody Town was the man on the post, Daniel O'Brien should have been there. Communication has fallen down. I think Sydney FC might need to call a sub for Daniel O'Brien at some point. Johnson is a wide position for a 2-on-1 play. Steve Webb looking to take for this time. It is indirect. Webb and Cody Town probably should have let that roll through. And in fact, it has been given a chat between the referees, and Cody Town will be credited with the own goal.
Ball that's gone over the line there.
And once again, players need to know the rules. It's indirect. If it's going to go through like that, just let it roll. Don't touch it. But inexperience has cost Sydney FC here. They're now down 2. Only 10 minutes into the derby. Ryan, this time the touch finder works out.
Bit of anger showing there from Josh Ryan. Needs to get his head back on his shoulders now. Try and steer his team back into this one.
A little bit of support as well from Mark Suffield on the far side. He might be giving some instructions possibly. Good to see him here. It's his first day at the tournament. Ryan out wide. Johnson shutting it down. O'Brien can't get onto it. In fact, he's shepherding Johnson away for a throw-in.
Bit of contact between the two of them afterwards as well.
Ryan goes for Fletcher ball. It's on the wrong side of it to really make contact. O'Brien. Ryan, Webb aggressive on the back wheel. Sydney FC want the whistle and they're going to get it.
Yeah, Webb understanding of that there.
Fletcher ball in open space. If Ryan takes it quickly, doesn't quite see it in time. Ryan in space on the left, but Johnson's got it covered. Ryan, not the option you would have wanted there. Then Keat running past it. Town, ball now with it. Webb looking wide. Johnson swimming. A little bit of a miss hit. And it goes away. It will be a great touch finder in the end.
Unlucky there from Johnson. It was just a bit behind it. Wanderers look to be looking to the subs bench now.
Ben Keat hasn't pulled off. It'll be John O'Reyes to come on. So Ben Keat, 10 minutes into the derby, no goals for him, but his team does lead by 2.
So we can see about a South American passion there from John O'Reyes, the Argentine.
Cody Town laying it off. The Fletcher ball, but Reyes coming in. Ball can't keep it in, does keep it in. And as the referees have decided, he does not keep it in.
Assistant referee deemed the ball left the field of play there.
Led for Johnson.
Beautiful touch.
Now trying to beat Ryan as well. Steve Webb wants his man to go right. Johnson taking all the time in the world. Waiting for the line to move. Johnson's got no interest in taking the shot right now. The experience of Captain America. Finally the line breaks and Johnson charges. And we look at whistle, it's too aggressive. Which way's the call?
So the ref is talking to Cody Town there.
Discussion is with Cody Town and it looks like it will be Western Sydney. It is direct, but I'll be impressed if you can take the shot from there.
Johnson looking to be the target man here.
Reyes on the far side. Webb goes for Johnson, back to Reyes, back to Webb and can't get there.
Hart is racing right now. It's a great contest.
7 minutes to go in the first half. Wanderers up by 2 in the Derby. Town, O'Brien. Sydney trying to slow it down, maybe let the heart rate back down. Johnson in command, in control. O'Brien aggressive on the rear wheel, no whistle this time. Johnson, Webb. Johnson opening up. Josh Ryan, great stop. Johnson once again, nobody wants to mark him right now. He's just going to run past one and can't keep it in play. Oh, does keep it in play. In fact, it has been brought back for the goal kick. I think Riley Johnson wants some clarification. He thought it was still in. It was very close.
Yeah.
Webb and O'Brien, just a little touch of ours on the near side. Johnson, and a 2-on-1 violation will give Sydney a few metres. Very good crowd turning out for the Derby. It's what you like to see. Ryan, Fletcher ball, another great hit from him. Webb running it, Fletcher ball looking with a 2-on-1, flicks it away instead. And it's all the way up the field. Sydney with a throw-in in deep territory.
Very well worked there from Webb, just to get his chair around it and get some field position from that. I thought that was really well done from him.
Just looking around at who else is in the crowd. I can see national coach Robbie Wright sitting with Rebecca Evans at the end of the pitch, watching this match intently. They'll be looking for information ahead of a potential matchup with the Wanderers later in the week. And now a substitution.
Sydney FC, I believe.
No motion on the bench. But now it is Sydney FC. Fletcher ball has been summoned to come off. And George Tuyong set up Josh Ryan earlier today. And he'll be at 5 minutes at the end of the first half in the Derby.
Yeah, a bit more youth in this side than we already even had. See if he can make his mark here.
It is something I like to see about the Sydney FC team is that they are youth first. They want to develop the future of power chair football, and certainly in Sydney FC's mind the future is now.
Riley Johnson there, just behind it, still has a smile on his face. Feels really in control of this game, I think.
Eddie Town. Plays it. Johnson picks it off. There's a 2-on-1 violation.
Johnson read it there from a mile away. Knowing that Town and O'Brien would be close to each other, just pounced and earned that for his team.
Here's Johnson who will take this set piece. Goes to Webb, shooting. Came off the back wheel of Webb, who went back to Johnson with heat. He wasn't ready for it. And now Ryan, once the 2-on-1 call, is not going to get it.
Webb able to get out of there in time, according to the ref.
Sydney FC bench are not happy at the moment. This might not end well. Discussion between the referee and the referee reaching for the pocket. Sydney FC coach on the yellow.
Very authoritative from the ref there.
That is a yellow card to the Sydney FC head coach. First coach card I've seen this week. We're still here in the Sydney FC bench and not happy with that call. This story might not be over. Johnson just walking the ball up the field. Webb opening
Webb
up.
spins. Oh.
It's a great stop by Cody Town.
Yeah, forces a stop there. He probably didn't hit it with the power he would have wanted, Webb, but still gets a result from it.
Just over 2 minutes to go in the first half. 2-0 lead for the Wanderers. They're hoping to make it 3.
Of course, that time is starting from 18 minutes.
Johnson touches it up for Reyes, shooting 2-on-1.
Touch eager there, Reyes, unlucky. Getting himself in the right positions though. It's what the Wanderers like to see.
Ryan up the middle, there's a collision between Town and Webb, and that's not going to be looked at well.
It's going to go against Town there. Would that have been for backing into Webb, Tom?
Yeah. Final 2 minutes of the first half.
This will be direct. Johnson already scoring a direct free kick this game.
Waiting on the whistle. Now goes wide to Reyes. Miss hit from him. Johnson over the line down over. And Josh Ryan sets the ball away. Now Wanderers with another throw in. Webb. Johnson lets it roll through for Reyes. Takes the shot. Town running forward. Nearly a 2-on-1 for the Wanderers. Not this time. Town aggressive at the back wheel of Johnson. Whistle in mouth. Whistle blown. And Cody Town's going to go in the book as well. Sydney FC bench still not happy with 2-on-1 calls in this game.
There's 2 whistles there. I thought the referee was blowing for half time.
No, the whistles was to summon the player over. But now, Jason Ryan, head coach, on the yellow. Cody Town on the yellow. Sydney FC need to calm things down, otherwise they might be finishing this match short on players or on coaching personnel. Johnson battling with Ryan. Plays it wide. Reyes shooting and Ryan's there. O'Brien. But that
now
will
half
be
time.
the end of the first half. Sydney FC down 2-0 and they need to press control, not delete at this point. Completely reset ahead of the second half.
100% Tom. I think Sydney need to steady the ship a bit here. They're feeling the pressure. Johnson obviously just orchestrating for the Wanderers there. Very well done from him. But Sydney, the youthful squad, perhaps feeling the pressure a touch here. Maybe a sub of someone senior like Chris Suffield could steady the ship, but we're not sure. We'll catch you after the break.
Yeah, we'll take a moment to catch a break and we'll just run cool off.
Whew.
Back live at the Camellia Indoor Sports Centre for the second half of the Sydney Derby. It has been a fiery affair. Jet Taylor, do you think the teams may have cooled off in the last 5 minutes?
You'd hope so. Well, perhaps you'd not hope so for the viewer. It's been a great watch.
Well, it's certainly been hot enough in the building and the temperature climbing as I speak. So we'll see whether or not things calm down or whether or not we will see any more players in foul trouble as Riley Johnson runs his ball all the way up the field. Back passing for Webb. Doesn't quite connect. Johnson, chance. And immediately Wanderers are in.
Great start from the Wanderers. Perhaps an accidental pass from Steve Webb, but it's worked out more than well. Riley Johnson there to finish that off.
Well, if there's any way to help a team start calming down, conceding a goal is not one of them.
It's far from, Tom, I'll be honest with you. We'll see if Sydney can muster up any kind of a response here. As the referee restarts play.
Josh Ryan looks for touch. We'll find it. Will be a throw in for the Wanderers.
That spin just spells anger to me, Tom. I feel like Josh Ryan just needs to get his head back on his shoulders here.
It can be tough when you're a young player with all the responsibility of the team. When things aren't going your way, the moment you start losing confidence, it just turns to anger, and it's a big test for the youngster.
Certainly a capable player.
We know he's got the skill. He is very talented. Needs to keep his head in the game here. Still got 18 minutes to try and find something. It's Johnson battling now with Ryan. Johnson looking for the flick. We'll find Webb. And Ryan puts it out of play.
Coming into our commentary box there.
Yeah, I feel like there's a magnet somewhere over here because it just keeps coming in. Now Riley Johnson. Lovely
What a
ball
ball.
to Reyes, and shoots, and Cody Town with the save. And there's another foul, and this is against the Wanderers this time. Very lucky for Cody Town.
Yeah, Reyes just coming in straight on there.
Town will play it forward. O'Brien, much better hit. Tiong, Johnson, off it Tiong again. Puts it forward. It will be a Wanderers throw, but gets some territory back.
Yeah, just cracks showing here in Sydney. George Tiong just smacking his chair out of anger there. Wanderers now.
Webb upfield. Johnson through traffic. All the way, and it will be out for a goal kick. Cody Town just lets it roll.
Yeah, the touch gets past. I believe it was O'Brien there. He's unable to keep it in.
Crowd somehow getting even bigger as we enter the second half of this game.
Just another note as we see current. Oops, sorry.
Now Josh Ryan very nearly leading that ball back into his own net. He does enough to push it wide to the corner.
Forcing a corner there. As I was saying, current Wanderers goalkeeper Lawrence Thomas in attendance, supporting the Wanderers here. We're very happy with the scoreline as it stands.
It's Johnson, Reyes, and Ryan puts it away. Johnson shooting. Chance now for George Tiong. Puts it on target. Andy White puts it away. Daniel O'Brien shooting. It's a goal kick.
Just wide.
Oh dear.
Johnson perhaps spinning a bit too fast. Just giving Sydney the break there.
Well, it's a bit of momentum for Sydney FC, but the storyline of Daniel O'Brien could just turn it in. Only missed by a couple of centimetres. Webb opening up. Reyes. Now Ryan. Reyes again. For Johnson. Space past Ryan. Webb. Wins a throw in. Just to mention about Lawrence Thomas being in the building. It's always good to see support from the parent football clubs. As Webb gets the defence of O'Brien to move. To Young. Johnson's just going to watch it roll.
Of course, Lawrence Thomas, sorry Tom, good friend of Ben Keat. It's Steve Webb now.
Johnson gives Daniel O'Brien a little touch. And that ball will go up in the air off a little header from Josh Ryan. We'll check to make sure he's okay. Play will continue at the moment with a set ball.
Their ball here on the edge of the box could be dangerous for the Wanderers. So I believe that was Waite's first touch this game, perhaps. That exchange earlier.
No, I think we had one in the first. Has been pretty well one-way traffic for Western Sydney in the derby.
He's not had much to do either way.
Now Ryan trying to put it past Webb. And the set ball, the referee's not happy with it. We will go again.
Of course, players not allowed to turn to their side. They have to go in forwards. Steve Webb not abiding to that rule.
So we will have a second attempt at this, and potentially if they don't get it right this time, they have got it right this time. Ryan, letting past Webb. Johnson looking at the ball. Flicks it past Ryan. Webb can't quite get the spin away as Ryan cuts it off. Johnson. And that ball once again in the air will have another set ball. There's a topic of conversation earlier in the day where some of the chairs, the angle of the bar might mean that they're hitting the ball either too high or too low. And that might be part of why we're seeing the ball come up and some of the mishits we've seen so far this week. Might be something that players might want to look at in the future. Just make sure that bar is perfectly level when you go to hit the ball at speed, and this will be a foul against Riley Johnson for being too aggressive on the back wheel.
2 calls against him now within a minute.
Needs to be careful. We've seen that the referee very happy to go to the pocket, and a 2-on-1 violation this time. Sydney FC let the ball forward even more. The Wanderers, communication breaking down. The whistle now against them. Unfortunately, don't have a match clock at the moment, so I can't tell you how long left in this game. I feel like it's still about 10 minutes. We're battling with Ryan. And Andy Waite, the other giving Ryan a little bit of medal. It'll be a goal kick.
Very well done there from Andy Waite. Winning the goal kick there. See action coming from the bench.
And it will be Daniel O'Brien who will come off. It's like Riley Brown will enter. And you wait, gets us going. Johnson. Straight past Ryan. All the speed. 1-on-1 with Cody Town. Up out of the box. 2-on-1, maybe advantage. Johnson doesn't want advantage. He wants a goal. He doesn't get it yet. And players traffic, and Johnson's going to be pinned for that. That's too aggressive, and Johnson will go in the book. And a big cheer from the Sydney FC fans. I don't think Johnson's too worried about it though.
Johnson happy to sport it there.
Currently about 12 minutes to go.
Not too far off from you, Tom.
Ryan. Tiong plays it long. Johnson. Trap him and run him. And Josh Ryan giving a big bit of medal to Johnson. Johnson is on the card, potentially trying to look for a second for Riley Johnson. Turn this game around. Johnson at Ryan. Very aggressive stuff from these two.
Johnson, very well done there.
To the byline, slowing it down now. Ball comes virtually to a stop. Waiting on Sydney FC to jump. They don't want to do it. Cody breaks now. Johnson goes for it and wins a corner.
So mature there from Johnson, up 3-0. Not in any sort of rush.
Well, they wanted Sydney FC to break. Cody Town ran out of patience. Wanted to get to it first. Played straight into the hand of Riley Johnson. Webb. Johnson shooting, it's wide.
Just tries to sneak that one in, unlucky from him. He knows it was a good chance. He doesn't seem too concerned though.
Ryan, upfield. Brown. Johnson now picking it up. And it is Cody Town now playing a central position. Very risky given that he is the man on the yellow for Sydney FC on the field. Both players being very cautious as they are both in the book right now. Johnson trying to find something. Stays in play, does not stay in play. We're going to go back for a Sydney FC throw. Touch at bars to the Sydney FC defenders.
Not sure if that was on purpose. Sorry, Tom.
Just under 10 minutes to go here. 3-0 in Madani. Johnson ends up with it. Tiong, he gets beaten. Out battling with Ryan. Johnson's just going to hit it. Ball stays in play. Johnson very aggressive on the back with Ryan still. There's a 2-on-2. Sydney FC want the whistle. They're not going to get it. Johnson. Webb. Not a great ball from him. Ryan. Webb opens up. Can't get contact. Now Johnson. Brown gives Johnson too much, and that'll be a whistle for that. Jet, you've got a little bit of refereeing experience. How do you keep track of so many players on foul trouble? How do you know when to give a card to each player?
You just have to try and get control of the game as best you can. Just keep the discipline in play for both teams, as both teams seem to have a bit of emotion in this game, of course. I think you just have to do all you can to keep this game under control, which I think the ref is doing well.
Wanderers will have a corner. Webb to central and Cody Town puts it away. Webb, Johnson, 2-on-1 violation.
Sydney get the free kick deep within their own half now.
The Wanderers, they're 8 minutes from home, lead of 3. They just need to finish the job. Town. Johnson picking it off. Now Ryder Brown lets it go. Johnson ends up with it top of the box once more. Plays for Reyes. Shot. It's off with Ryan and in the air and away that will be play on.
Yeah, a big theme of the ball going into the air there. Sorry, Tom.
Go for it.
Just as you pointed out, just agreeing with you, that theme of the ball going into the air. Really prominent this tournament. It's Johnson now.
It's something that I don't think is talked about often enough that hopefully I'm able to spark a little bit of a conversation about. Johnson taking his time. Good game management from him. And once again, Cody Town breaks and Johnson goes for it. In the box, needs to be careful. Johnson trying to find a way to break through. Town keeping it in. Johnson, no flick options behind. He's just going to walk the ball back to the top of the box. Flicked away. Webb wanted Johnson to stay wide, didn't get it. 6.5 to go. Town. Tiong lets it roll. Webb ends up with it. It's a shot. Ryan. Reyes. Tiong. It's a miss hit, but it takes it forward. And Johnson plays it out off the front of him. And Sydney FC will go to the bench. Josh Ryan will be the man pulled out. And it is, in fact, there is a Wanderers sub as well as Ben Pete comes on. It is Simmons for Sydney FC. And while Steve Webb has come off, Ben Pete comes on. Plays his football not just in Australia but also in England. As Reyes swing and a miss. Reyes. Johnson. Then Pete. Swim. Nothing there.
Had a hard time finding the end of these balls here this tournament.
Yeah, when you've got a very limited range of vision, it can be hard to see the ball. That is why we have classification in this sport at the international level. We're not quite at the level to have it here in Australia. That ball comes off the head of Ben Pete. That's the second header we've seen in this match alone. But certainly now that the result appears to no longer be in doubt, the intensity of this game has dropped right off.
Yeah, quite convincing here from the Wanderers as it stands.
Got a set ball for the ball that went too high. Pete and Tiong will take it. Pete wins it out. Trying to find the ball, looking for options. Simmons. It's wide. Johnson eyes on. And he will try and pick the ball up. Flicked away. Pete, shoot him. Town. Johnson winding up. And goes to Reyes, who's hit it the wrong way. Counter-attack chance for Sydney FC. Andy Waite gets involved for the first time in 15 minutes.
Very, very calm there from Andy Waite. Just slows the play down very well, wins his team back possession.
We'll take a moment to thank our sponsor, Access Orthotics. As the ball gets back in play, the two number forwards flip it around. The ball gets a little bit high, but we play on.
Good time to do it, considering the intensity of this game has dropped off.
Johnson. Through ball. Nobody home.
Reyes barely.
Town taking his time. This is a difficult spot to get out of. Tries to go down the line and gets it off Ben Pete and wins a few metres. Just over 2.5 to go. It's been a fiery encounter in the Sydney Derby. The Wanderers have just been too good. Pete battling with Tiong. Johnson. Running it through. Needs to find an option. Or he can go himself. Town. There's a 2-on-1 by Sydney, by the Wanderers. No interest from the referee. Sydney FC bench are not happy. Johnson just playing with Town. And a whistle against Town. He's already in the book. Jason Ryan not happy at the moment.
Begin to wonder if it's worth contesting here from the Sydney FC bench. The game's probably already lost.
So I'm surprised that of all the players, 3 players in Sydney FC have been subbed in this game. The other one that hasn't is the man on the yellow. That ball doesn't quite find its target. And a 2-on-1 by the Wanderers this time, and now Sydney hit the ball. Simmons, Johnson, Pete, can he score? No! Johnson back to Pete. And Simmons clearing. It's from behind Johnson. He's aware of Tiong on his side, but Johnson can't keep that ball in play. Here, Jason Ryan being agitated once more. Simmons down the wing. Tiong. Simmons ahead and Ben Keat puts it out of play.
Yeah, equal to it there, Ben Keat. Very well executed from him. Just good game sense to cut off the passing lane there.
That pass, Brown, and that ball goes through. Absolutely a goal kick for the Wanderers. Johnson, Pete. But that is full time in the Sydney Derby. 3-0 for Western Sydney. Jet Taylor, any final thoughts on this one?
Wanderers obviously the better team there. Sydney did well to steer the ship, steady the ship, may I say. In that second half, just kept their defence solid, but Wanderers had already done the damage. I think very good performance from them. We'll see how far they go in this tournament.
Well, I thank you for joining us for this rather fiery encounter in the Derby. Stick with us still 2 more matches left in the day, but this match will end 3-0 in favour of Western Sydney.
What did he say?
All right, and we are live for this clash now between Adelaide Comets and Melbourne City. Bit of a technical issue there just before for us.
Oh, is that live?
Yeah, we are live now for an all-Taylor commentary team now.
They really let anyone in. Well, whilst Jet sorts out commentary things, we're live, Matthew. Very sorry. Let me reintroduce. Jet, you cover. I've just had a mind blank. Go.
All right, we've got two teams here. Adelaide struggling all week. Melbourne, quite the opposite. We'll see how this game goes. The experts are saying it might be a bit one-sided, but we'll see how things pan out. Of course, Jonathan Ewan and Damien Porter, both orchestrators for this Adelaide side. And Melbourne, it's hard to pick one name out of the hat. All incredible talents. I believe 3 or 4 of the 5 of them having Australian caps. Wouldn't you agree, Jax?
Yeah, definitely. That Melbourne side, I commentated their game against Auckland FC earlier today with Tom Byrne. They only scored 4 on Auckland, which, you know, a lot of people, myself included, praised Auckland for their defence in that game. But we know how lethal Melbourne can be. I believe they scored 8 or 9 earlier on in the comp in one game, I believe against St George. So we know what they're capable of. We know what they can do, what they can achieve. So it'll be interesting to see what they can pull off today against the Adelaide side.
Yeah, it will be exciting to see that. As the referee gets ready now. Clocks are set. Melbourne are set. Adelaide are set.
We are set.
We are set.
Ready to go. Jet, how many games have you commentated now?
I believe this is the 6th, Jackson.
Beautiful. As the game kicks off, already pressure from Melbourne City, a 2-on-1 being given away in attack to release the pressure for Adelaide Comets there.
I believe that's gone against Adelaide, actually.
Oh, the referee pointed the wrong way the first time. My mistake, pardon me.
Melbourne immediately pumping on the pressure here.
Sean Mott and Luke David just talking about what they are aiming to achieve with this set piece. We see Luke David send the ball into Beck Evans, but John O'Newan does his best. Left with Stewart here. Sean Mott. Good ball into Luke David. Well saved by John O'Newan.
Yeah, immediate pressure from Melbourne there. Probably what we all expected. But
Just within the first minute, sorry to cut you off there, Jet. It's a bit of a statement of intent. Just Melbourne quite disappointed with themselves after only scoring 4 in their past game, which from previous results you would have expected them to get many more on the board. So they're hungry. Let's see what they've got to show us in the next 40 minutes.
Corner's just forced out there. Immediate pressure. Adelaide, a very strong defensive side, as we've seen. We'll see if they can keep it up here. Luke David just about to fizzle this one in. Millett possibly the target man here. And he spins. Well in there from Damien Porter just to clear his lines.
Yeah, he really met the ball quite well just to clear it about as high as he could. It's with Beck Evans now to take the sideline. Looking at Luke David, also looking over to Sean Millett on the other side, but it goes to Sean Mott. Now to Sean Millett. It's in. It might go out for a corner. It doesn't. Sean Millett's on it. Him and Jonathan Ewan in the box tussling. Becker Evans just running around to avoid the 2-on-1. Millett's looking for the flick. He doesn't get it. It's still with Jonathan Ewan. Luke David takes him on. Adelaide advance. Luke David keeps it in. Flicks it over to Rebecca Evans. To Sean Mott. Advances the ball to Damien Porter. Back to Beck Evans. Out for a sideline.
Yeah, Porter just trying to stay solid there. trying to keep his defence locked down as best he can. Both him and Ewan commanding in their box here. Melbourne are eager to keep this pressure going, this early onslaught here.
Early onslaught, you say, Jet, but the scores remain 0-all. Beck Evans looking to change that. She whips it in. Sean Miller with the shot. Jonathan Ewan meets it. Luke David keeping the pressure up. Just trying to flick to Sean Mott, I presume. No, he's dribbling. Almost sneaks it in the near post, but the Adelaide defence does well. Across to Sean Miller. Adelaide defence holds strong.
Again, solid there from that back two. Two very talented players, as shown in this tournament. Beck Evans on this corner now. Sean Mott deep. Right through the defence. Millett just spins. Bit too late for that one.
Yeah, a bit of big swing no ding action from him and just unable to get the ball on target to make it 1-0 to Melbourne City.
Yeah, great intent there. Great pass as well from Evans, just threading the needle. Porter to reset now for Adelaide.
Sean Mott keeps the pressure up. Rebecca Evans. Once again, Damien Porter puts it out, but the referee has blown, I believe, a 2-on-1 in a fairly advanced position. Oh no, it's a sideline still. Oh, don't listen to me. Jackson Taylor, your favourite commentator.
Great stuff there from Jackson, as well as Melbourne City, who earned a 2-on-1. Luke David, the taker here. Of course, indirect. Save there from Jonathan Ewan. Melbourne still under pressure. Evans now.
Doing whatever she can to try and work that ball through the Adelaide defence, but unable to so far. It's a sideline.
Jonathan Ewan just showing a bit of frustration. I don't think the ball's been in the other half whatsoever this entire game.
Yeah, well, I think playing against an opposition like Melbourne City, it is something that, you know, yourself as a player and as a team, you are preparing yourself for and figuring out how you want to manage it as the ball gets sent in to the back of Jonathan Ewan out for another sideline.
Yeah, and Ewan there, solid again. Just positioning his chair in the right way to get that out for a throw-in.
It's Luke David once again. Rebecca Evans running the block. Sean Millett at the far post. It's another sideline.
David just being mindful of that gap between Porter and Ewan. Really trying to thread that needle there.
Goes
Legs
back to
for
Sean
Mott.
Mott. Yap setting the ball back, but doesn't work very well. Jonathan Ewan on it now. Jonathan Ewan. He's out of his box. Against Rebecca Evans. Rebecca Evans is keeping it up this end, and a back wheel foul is committed, and it'll be Melbourne City's ball. It's a direct free kick.
Jonathan Ewan, who did get a yellow in his game this morning, will not be happy with himself there, giving away a direct free kick.
Of course, if you get 3 yellow cards across the competition, that does result in a suspension for the next game, so he will need to be mindful if he is to remain on the court for the rest of the games. Set up well for Rebecca Evans, and it is outside of the post for her. Really well done by Sean Millett there to set her up, but it will be a goal kick to Adelaide.
Yeah, it's really cheeky from Millett there, just working it around. Adelaide earned the goal kick though. It's a 2-on-1 against them straight away. I believe that was Stewart, just in a bit close there.
The ball has been in their half now though, Jet, I will say. Was for a second. You might have missed it.
Take the small wins, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Sean Mott with it now. Take the free kick. The goalkeeper almost in the front third. Over to Millett. Millett swings. No ding.
Some nice link up between the Shawns there. Unluckiest to not get anything out of it. Most likely would have been blocked anyway. Porter now with it.
Bit of ruckus behind us. Jack, can you tell us what's going on? Never mind, we'll wait for that. Luke David pouncing on the goal kick. Sorry to cut you off there, Jet. 1-0 to Melbourne City FC after a mistake from the defence of Adelaide.
Yeah, a bit of calamity going on in Camellia Indoor Sports Centre here. 2 goals occurring simultaneously. I believe it was Westvale. It was Dylan as a party who got the goal there. Obviously has his cult following coming up to Sydney with him. Very happy about that one.
And who are Westvale playing? Sorry, Jet, I can't see.
That would be Auckland, Jax.
Auckland, thank you for that. The ball in Auckland's half. Still in Auckland's half. Good pressure.
Adelaide.
Santo Bongiovanni coming on. Didn't notice beforehand, pardon me. Damien Porter. Good ball over. Rebecca Evans. Santo Bongiovanni. The power is linking up. And it's out for a goal kick.
Yeah, good work there. Nice passage of play from the newly introduced sub Bongiovanni. So he represented Australia at the APFA Cup. And I believe it was October last year.
Yes, he played a very crucial role, especially in that final. A lot of people calling for man of the match for Bongiovanni with his goal and forced assist, and a forced own goal in that game to win Australia the competition, which acted as part of a ticket to the World Cup in Argentina this October. Australia and Japan both qualified through that competition. As we...
All right, we've got a corner here.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's all right. We all ramble.
That's why they let us in the commentary box, isn't it, Jet?
100%, mate. Wouldn't want anything less. It's Bongiovanni there.
Rebecca Evans holding strong. So too is Hayden.
Evans now.
Oh,
Stewart deflects very well, yaps through. But Evans just covering her bases really well there, getting behind the ball. It's a crucial skill you need in this 4-up system that Melbourne play. Evans now still with it. Looks for the cross. Finds David, he looks to shoot. Off yap. Evans still there. Solid from Ewan.
Good flick from Luke David, but he gets intercepted. It's Sean Mott now. Him and Santo Bongiovanni almost sitting next to each other. A 2-on-1 to Adelaide.
Yeah, Melbourne just having to scramble there. As Adelaide were through. This will be their first attacking set piece of the game.
All 4 players in the attacking half lie now as Jonathan Ewan goes back into his half. Damien Porter's got wingers either side of him. Stewart, Yap. Touched out for a Melbourne sideline.
The ball just a bit behind Stewart there. Not what he would have wanted. The young fella. He loses the ball for his team there. It was both players lose the ball there. David perhaps looking at Mott. He finds him. It's unconvincing from Mott.
Good pressure from Stewart though, but it's going to go out. Oh no, never mind.
Mott keeps it in play.
It's going to go out for a corner almost. Yeah, it does. I don't know what was going on there between the Melbourne defence. Just a bit of a lack of communication. But regardless, Adelaide have won a corner with about 8 minutes to go.
Sorry, very uncharacteristic from that Melbourne side. As they give away a corner here. Damien Porter to take.
He's
Yap at the back post.
A very strong hit, Damien Porter. I saw him when the Western Sydney Wanderers, my team, played him yesterday. I was very impressed as Stewart tries to sneak in, but that's probably going to be close to a 2-on-1. Regardless, it's a goal kick.
Yeah, very strong player I've seen this tournament, Damien Porter. Gone slightly under the radar, I think. I think Adelaide probably haven't got as many results as they wished. I think they're a stronger side than the results let on.
Yeah, definitely. Now. As we say, underrated. They keep the pressure up. It's going to be a Melbourne
there.
Ball. So, Jet, we've got about 7 minutes left to play. You know, I'm going to ask you 2 questions here. Firstly, what have you made of both teams so far, and what are you saying as the coach at half-time?
Well, I think Melbourne have, of course, been the better side, but I think that quality shows. I think Adelaide have been doing well to contest the balls where they can, and I think they've actually sort of matched Melbourne in parts of this first half. And what was the second question?
If you were the coach of both sides, what would you be saying to your team?
Well, I think Melbourne know the quality that they possess. I think they'll be trying to do more of the same, and eventually they most likely will break through. Says Santo Bongiovanni here. Now Sean Mott. Porter cuts that up very well, but unluckily gives away the 2-on-1. As a coach of Adelaide here, I'd say that they're more in it than they probably expected to be at half-time. I think they should just keep at it.
Yeah, I think if you were Adelaide and told you'd be 1-0 down at half-time against the reigning champions, I think...
As it stands.
Well, as it stands, yeah.
As we have a free kick here for Melbourne City.
Luke David winding up.
Sean Mott tries to find Bongiovanni. Very nice there from Ewan, who forces the goal kick and wins possession back for his team.
Yeah, it's a lot about confidence there from Jonathan Ewan, just holding your ground firmly, but also doing your best not to give away a penalty or anything of the sort, with Damien Porter signalling to his team to swap around positions for him to take this goal kick. The ball goes out and makes its way to the commentary table once again.
Strikes the commentary box there. It's almost, as Tom Burns said last game, almost as if there's a magnet here. We've been struck numerous times today.
I think I had about 6 touches the last time I was in a commentary box.
I did hear. There's Jonathan Ewan now. Tries to drive it out of his own box, but finds Sean Mott. Bongiovanni at the end of it.
Beautiful passing, but just unable to score. That Melbourne City attack is very, very effective, and when they can get it on target, it's very difficult to stop them.
Can't give them too many of those, can Adelaide. There's Melbourne, with the quality they possess, bound to pounce here eventually and extend their lead. Ewan now sizing up the field.
Rebecca Evans looking to jump, going back. Luke Davids on the ball. Santo Bongiovanni finds Rebecca Evans. Oh, never mind. I didn't quite get what the referee's call was there. Jet, did you see it?
I believe there was a 2-on-1 call against Melbourne there. I believe it was Bongiovanni and Luke David just a touch close.
Yeah, that does make a bit of sense after replaying the scene in my head. Thank you very much. It's Damien Porter with the ball, looking at his options.
Adelaide just get a bit of a get out of jail free card there. The pressure is still firmly on them.
Santo Bongiovanni looking to force his way through. It's with Luke David now. But the Adelaide contingent of Jonathan Ewan and Yap are very close. Two on one from Adelaide, given away, giving a free kick with a few minutes to go, 4 or so for Melbourne to double their lead before the break. Luke David and Sean Mott near the ball now. They've got Santo Bongiovanni on the opposite corner. Beck Evans sitting on the halfway line. We're looking maybe at a bit of a boom here. Doesn't quite come off. Jonathan Ewan receives.
Respect that they tried it though.
Absolutely, the intent is there and it's something to really be respected. Santo Bongiovanni on the ball. Luke David can't get to it. Jonathan Ewan does well to intercept. Bit of pressure there from Santo Bongiovanni, which the referee... Oh, never mind, goes the other way.
Yeah, and Ewan just coming in a bit straight from the guard there. And that set piece, what I believe to be inspired by the US national team. That's where it became popularised. Of course, Riley Johnson, big part of this tournament for your Western Sydney Wanderers, Jacks.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal this week. Played a big part in the derby win just an hour ago, playing against Sydney FC. As the ball goes in, we can talk all we want about Riley at a later time. Rebecca Evans on the ball now against Joshua Yap.
Bongiovanni just rotating well there. Could be on the end of this pass.
Flick, Sean Mott receives. Straight to Jonathan Ewan. It's with Joshua Yap. Luke David.
Ball goes there, Borden there. Rotation there from Melbourne City as the ball goes out of play. There's a Melbourne ball.
Luke David sends it in. It's going to go out for a Melbourne sideline on the other side. A touch by both Jet and Jackson Taylor as that ball goes out. A magnet in the commentary box proves strong again. It's with Luke David this sideline. He's got options almost any direction he looks. Goes with Santo Bongiovanni. Can't get through Jonathan Ewan. Gets through Joshua Yap. Luke David. It's going to go out. Oh, no. Going to go out for a sideline. Melbourne City ball higher up the court this time.
Yeah, very well done from David there. Just doing the throw-in for his team, which he will be taking.
Luke David winds up, sends it over to Santo Bongiovanni. Done well by the Adelaide defence to keep punching it out. Sean Mott sends it over. Adelaide holding strong. Jonathan Ewan, not sure how much time left to play. 2-on-1 given on for a Melbourne free kick.
Could be their last attack of the half here, Melbourne. Wanting to double their lead, indubitably.
Going into a halftime break, 1-0 up is a lot different than going in 2-0 up. The conversations, the tactics, everything is so much different. Luke David. The ball's with Jonathan Ewan now. Luke David sends the ball back over to Beck Evans, but she can't finish, and it's going to go for a goal kick.
Quarter now at the very tail end of this half. Slightly mishits that again.
Another touch by Jackson Taylor in the commentary
To our
box.
commentary box.
He's very proud of himself for his touch.
He's referring to himself in the third person as well.
The ball almost rolling out to the other side of Camellia Indoor Sports Centre with the power it had. Luke David lining up, sends the ball over. Santo Bongiovanni crosses the box. Beck Evans back to Santo Bongiovanni. Out for a corner.
Just forces it wide there. Very well done from Porter.
Really good pressure from Melbourne to try and crack the Adelaide defence, and a corner will suffice for now. Luke David lining up. Beck Evans sitting on the defenders with attack coming from every angle. Santo Bongiovanni's there.
Tries to poke it through, unlucky.
And that is half time. Half time, Jet. Before we wrap up, any final thoughts for the first half?
Look, I think Adelaide have been doing really well. Melbourne, of course, ahead. Their quality does shine through in these moments, but I think Adelaide have tried to match Melbourne to every ball. For the most part, have been successful. Yes, they've been absorbing a lot of pressure, but it's just a testament to how strong they are defensively. As the final score now, or not the final score, the halftime score, sorry. Melbourne City 1, Adelaide 0. Jackson, any final thoughts from you?
No, I think, Jet, you echoed a lot of what was going on in my brain. It was a pretty decent, pretty entertaining first half, and I can't wait to see 20 more minutes of football after the break.
No worries. Thank you very much. We'll catch you after the break.
Jet, you're getting a call. And we are back at the Camellia Indoor Sports Centre for the second half of Melbourne City Football Club as they play the Adelaide Comets here in the APFA Club Championships 2026. We've had is that a substitution, I believe? I saw.
Yeah, sure. Sean Millett coming back on. Santo Bodgiovanni. We're seeing a theme of that in Melbourne's games. A bit of rotation between the two of them.
The whistle blown for kickoff. Damien Porter not quite there yet, but he takes it now. Josh Yap keeping the ball up in that third. Good attempt from Jaden Stewart there. Goes out for a Melbourne goal kick though. He wasn't able to put her on target. Oh, never mind. I believe the referee has indicated for a sideline.
It's a bit of a theme with Adelaide games. They come out of the second half.
As we hear a clang of the metal there, I believe
it was accidental.
Yeah, Millett and Porter just
clashed there.
Knocking. Yeah, a bit of a theme you were saying, Jet.
But Adelaide seem to come out of the half very, very hungry. As Millett now
sends a very tasty ball forward, but Rebecca Evans just not able to get there in time. It's going to be a Adelaide ball on the sideline there in their defensive third.
Yeah, just slightly in front of her there. Right ideas though. If they keep getting opened up like that, the score line is bound to increase for Melbourne.
Sean Mott's got the ball. Jaden Stewart pounces. It's going to go out for a Melbourne ball in their defensive third.
Melbourne perhaps wanting to slow this game down a bit, as Adelaide have looked to come out to play. Might need to weather a bit of a storm here, but we'll see how Adelaide keep this up.
Rebecca Evans punching the ball forward. Damien Porter spinning it around the other way. The ball goes out for an Adelaide hit about on the halfway line, just behind.
Once more, Adelaide winning that exchange.
Damien Porter, he's just eyeing off his options now, looking over it, almost at the commentary bench. Swings straight to Rebecca Evans, hits it over to Sean Millett, lines up, big hit straight at Jonathan Ewan. Good interception to stop the goal. Jonathan Ewan's on the ball now, tussling with Rebecca Evans. The ball's in my one blind spot corner, so I apologise. Jet, you may have to take over.
Jonathan Ewan now just gets the ball out of his own half. Not out of his own half, out of his own penalty box, sorry. And just hits it out for a Melbourne sideline. Very deep within that Adelaide half. Apologies. Luke David taking.
For those who don't know, with the blind spot I mentioned before, the commentary box seated to the left of the camera as the ball sneaks through. Jaden Stewart sends the ball up well. That's going to roll out for a deep sideline for Melbourne in there, about as far back as they can go in their defensive third.
It's good football here. Good to watch. Very end-to-end at the moment. You'd hope this keeps up.
Yeah, the entertainment of football has really been one of the biggest values we've seen in this competition, especially. The quality has just increased. Sean Millett having the ball go out for an Adelaide sideline in their attacking third. A rare chance for Adelaide. Damien Porter to take. Raucous noise from the other court. Jet, what's happened?
Another goal for Westvale there. I believe 2-0 now. Could be on for 2 wins today, Westvale.
Damien Porter sends the ball back. That's another sideline for Adelaide. They'll be hoping to make more of this attempt. Damien Porter's got Yap in the corner. He moves. Jaden Stewart's playing the block. They're a bit close together, the two Adelaide boys. They're moving around.
Very congested, this penalty area now. Porter just sizing up his options here. What's he going to pick? Goes in the box. Finds Yap.
to Damien Porter now. Jaden Stewart's going to have to get out of the way if it turns. It doesn't. It's with Rebecca Evans. Sweet. It is a sideline for Adelaide.
Great passage of play here from Adelaide. I'd say they've been the better team this second half.
Yeah, they've had a really good start to the half, about 5 minutes in almost. Played quite well so far. Luke David sideline to take for Melbourne
Jaden Stewart
City.
just loses out on that one. Misreads his touch, unlucky from him.
He's been doing quite well. I've spoken to him earlier on in the week, Jaden Stewart. Seems like a good kid and, seems like he's playing all right. So,
The player of the future, Jaden Stewart.
yeah, he's
Showed some great signs this tournament already.
he's young. I believe he said he was about 12 years old, which, the sky's the future for kids that age. And of his talent, with Damien Porter on the sideline.
Nice for him to be getting so many minutes at such a prestigious tournament as well. Instrumental for his development as a player.
You're only as good as your best opposition, and that was something that so many people have learnt in this competition in the past, and he'll be learning now. Josh Yap sending it out for a Melbourne sideline.
Right idea there from Yap. Just trying to work it through, work it around the chairs. There's no one in the spot he wants.
Rebecca Evans reversing to get through. Plays a pass over but can't get it to a Melbourne teammate. 2-on-1 given to Melbourne anyway. They retain the ball. It's a really good play there from Rebecca Evans to be able to get past Jaden Stewart and keep the ball and to win that. Help her team win that. With Sean Mott now. Take the set piece. Luke David behind. Ball goes over. Can't get Santo Bongiovanni. Oh, to Sean Millett, sorry. Couldn't see very well. That's in my blind spot once again. The blind spot, as I was attempting to say before I got cut off, we are next to the scaffolding which holds the camera up, and the poles and such can block my vision. Jet is going to be having to do a bit of the work in this corner.
Yeah, Luke David just finding Millett there. He tries to thread the needle, does. Beck Evans just finishes that beautifully. Very well worked play from Melbourne. It's a shame you've missed that one, Jax.
I saw the ball go on the net. Once it got central, I was able to see all of it. It was a very beautiful finish from Rebecca Evans, and the stuff I couldn't see, I'm sure, was as beautiful.
Well, that's about all you need, as Millett just threaded that needle perfectly. As I was going to say, Mott tried to thread the needle just before with that set piece, and with players of this calibre, it eventually is going to happen, and it's seen there.
Damien Porter to take this kick off.
Millett doing what a challenge.
Melbourne ball.
Contact there against Yap, I believe. Just coming a bit hard on Millett. Referee deemed a bit much.
Tentative ball played across for Melbourne. Luke David's on the ball right now. Moving forward, Rebecca Evans has to rotate. The whole team has to rotate. Sean Mott's on the ball now. It's going to roll through.
It just sneaks between. The referee looked.
It took a second for the referees to decide, but I believe that will be a
That
goal.
will be awarded as a goal. A bit unlucky there for Adelaide. It's just sort of weaved between the chairs. Bit of a perfect storm there.
Sean Mott, the one to capitalise. He did very well to do so, but Adelaide will be very frustrated that they've had an unfortunate goal conceded like that.
Adelaide, all that work. That sort of first quarter. This half undone now with 2 quick goals from Melbourne. Jaden Stewart just mishitting that ball now. He's disappointed with himself. He knows he's capable of better.
Yeah, deft touch, with a substitution set to be made now, which appears to be Santo Bongiovanni coming on for Sean Millett. That same switch that we've seen so much today.
Today and throughout the whole tournament. It's been that. David doing really well there to try and force a 2-on-1. He's getting that position, and he does perfectly. Identifies Stewart and Yap a bit close and just capitalises, goes straight in. Very, very mature player from the Aussie international there.
Luke David with a set piece here. This is indirect. Luke David's got Rebecca Evans, and he's got Santo Bongiovanni. The ball goes across.
Spins, it goes through.
It's a goal.
It's another goal.
It didn't have the perfect sting. It bounced off the post, but a goal's a goal, and it is 4-0 to Melbourne City FC. Santo Bongiovanni, the one to capitalise on that goal, and it is now 4-0 to Adelaide.
Just to Melbourne, not to Adelaide.
Yeah, against Adelaide. Pardon me.
Porter spinning now. Almost out of anger, you'd think. Comes out with aggression. Himself and Stewart a bit close. Referee deems play on. Porter just hits it out. Bit of aggression now from Porter here, especially.
Yeah, you've got to be careful playing with that sort of aggression, you know, when you're leading with your heart in your sleeve. It can go one of two ways. You can either finesse it, or you can absolutely, you know, go through somebody and get sent off. So you've got to be a bit careful and make sure that he controls his passion and emotions.
Well, aggression is an aspect that controls the game. It's whether you cross the line, whether it's positively or negatively, how it impacts that. And you begin to think this game's already won for Melbourne. But Adelaide trying to get a scoreline that they can walk home proud of. Drive home, sorry.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been better to leave that and just have the analogy be nice and clean, but, you know, Rebecca Evans on the ball now. Rebecca Evans still on the ball against Damien Porter. The two tossler looks to take on Jonathan Ewan, but might not be able to get there. She does. Still in. Jonathan Ewan's out of his box. Luke David flicks the ball in. Whistle blown, I believe, for contact.
Yeah, it's against Yap there.
Just
believe he made contact with Bongiovanni. Sorry, Jax.
Yeah, all good. Just a bit pushy from Yap is all I was going to say.
Yeah, 100%.
And that'll be a direct free kick for Melbourne City to try and make it 5.
Riley Johnson almost an hour ago converting from this exact same area. See if Luke David can do the same.
He shoots and
he
scores.
does.
Almost identically to Riley Johnson, as you said. And it becomes 5-0 to Melbourne with about 7 to play.
Yeah, spun the same way as him as well there. Almost certainly a page taken out of his book. Very well executed there from Luke David.
It's been a very ruthless second half from Melbourne. They definitely, I'm not sure exactly what was said on the bench, obviously, but whatever's happened, something has woken them up in this half, and we've seen the much more ruthless version of this side. Jonathan Ewan, Santo Bongiovanni, they fight. Melbourne City and Santo Bongiovanni win.
Yeah, just slightly getting the better of these 50-50s now, Melbourne City. And turning those 50-50s into 60-40s really just turns the game around for them. It's become a lot more potent now in attack. As Adelaide seems to look to the bench. David now taking.
That substitute will have to wait. The ball's with Sean Mott. A big swing and a miss from Santo Bongiovanni. And that substitution will now be able to come through.
Tyler
Harmer coming on. Damien Porter looks to be coming off. A good game from him, Damien Porter. He played, you know, obviously had a mistake at the first half to let the first goal in, but besides that, he held off in the first half and the first fair bit of the second to make Adelaide look quite promising. And, you know, the scoreline shouldn't be the storyline of this game, I think, Jack.
Very capable player, Damien Porter. As you were saying, Jax, as Jonathan Ewan spins that out of his own area, and Yap just can't get the touch on that he wants.
A bit of noise on the other court, Jack. What's going on?
I believe that's Westphal with their third now. for 2 wins for today. Great day for them against St George and now Auckland by the looks of things. Luke David now looking to relieve a bit of pressure and get some field position.
Jonathan Ewan playing high. Sean Mott, keeper to keeper. Santa Bongiovanni unable to keep it in. It's a sideline.
Yeah, ball left the field to play there. Bongiovanni close with his attempt.
Very well done by the sideline referees to be able to pick up on that and give.
They'll play what they see.
Sorry, I thought you couldn't hear me. I thought you said hello. Adelaide with the ball. Caught in Rebecca Evans' cage after a bit of bouncing around.
Yeah, great catch from Beck Evans there. Tom Byrne calls it a bit of power chair cricket.
Yeah, and that will result in a high ball, which is being contested between Josh Yap and Luke David. The referee just outlining exactly what they need to be doing. Tyler Harmer, Rebecca Evans fighting for positions. Luke David just trying to find a way to flick this off.
Yap doing very well there, I must say.
Still on it.
Apologies. Melbourne do get the ball back.
Out for a Melbourne ball with 4 to go. Big spin from Jonathan Ewan, a bit close to Rebecca Evans, but lucky to get it off without any contact or anything of the sort. 2-on-1 given away by Adelaide for a Melbourne ball.
Yeah, Newen just roaming here, trying to make his stamp on the game. It is bound to lead to some 2-on-1s here.
Yeah, just sort of that miscommunication that happens towards the end of a game, especially when scores are like this. You're trying to do absolutely anything to make a dent.
Yeah, very hard as well. With Newen playing as almost a centre and a goalkeeper. Playing as a centre and a goalkeeper. Santa with the shot. Great save from Stewart there. Sorry, Jackson.
Very well done by Jaden Stewart to turn that away for a corner. And this will be one of the last chances for Melbourne, but they've got about 3 minutes or so to go, Jet. Just a reminder for those at home who are used to power chair football and the way that we run timers and clocks and such. Typically we start from 20, count down to 2 and freeze a timer. However, here at the Camellia Indoor Sports Centre, we go 18 to 0 and time after that is...
Luke David. Sorry to cut you off, Jackson. Stewart just coming up with another immense save, as you were saying.
Yeah. That was a very good save from Jaden Stewart to keep the score at 5, with this Melbourne team looking to punish one or maybe one more time before the end of the game.
See if they can. David now the danger man. He spins. Evans tries to sneak it into the near post. Leads to a goal kick now.
Really clever to try and get it off that rebound of Jaden Stewart, but the ball just roaming slightly wide as it curves to give Adelaide the goal kick.
Very positive work there from the young lad. As Newen plays Yap. Yap tries to find him back and does.
Oh, almost a scary deflection for Adelaide. The ball with Tyler Porter almost, but Sean Mott intercepts. Santo Bongiovanni, Rebecca Evans. The ball sent through. Santo Bongiovanni's unable to get it in. Jonathan Ewan does well. Sean Mott. It's in Santo Bongiovanni. Sent over to Rebecca Evans. Big swing noting from her to Luke David. Santo Bongiovanni rotates with David.
David just being very patient here. Really has nowhere to be.
Well, he has a Camellia Indoor Sports Centre to be, Jet. That's where we're playing our games this week. Sean Mott roaming in. Bit of contact there with Yap, but play on, says the referee. Mott with a good spin, straight at the goalkeeper though.
Don't think they could have got any closer there.
No,
Mont
they were
Evans.
right next to each other, weren't they, Mont and Evans?
Formed a bit of a wall there. Great wall of Melbourne. Just knew to take this free kick in the dying stages of this game.
Ball intercepted well. Rebecca Evans tries to send it up. It's with Jaden Stewart now. Full time blown on the other court. Is that 3-0 Jet?
I believe so.
Santo Bongiovanni unable to crack through with a spin against Jonathan Ewan. And it's full time on this court too. Melbourne City 5, Adelaide Comets 0. Jet, any final thoughts?
Mate, I think Adelaide put in a good contest. I think Melbourne just have all that quality in their mids. Playing that 4-up system, it's very suffocating. And I just think Melbourne very potent in the second half. Adelaide came out aggressive, contested where they could. Did a very good job in moments, but it was not enough to topple Melbourne. This team blazing towards the title.
Yeah, that is, I believe, 6 wins from 6 for Melbourne now. They have 3 more games to go tomorrow, I believe. And that will be the defining, or the way to define how the rest of the table lines up. They currently sit top, Jet.
Do they?
Yes.
Have they played the Newcastle Jets yet?
I do not believe that they have, to my
That'll be
knowledge.
an interesting game to watch. I'd say the 2 top dogs at the moment for this title, besides your Wanderers. I apologise.
Yeah, definitely. I think they would be, if I'm entirely wrong, I'm entirely wrong, but I'm like 99% sure that we haven't seen those 2 sides face yet.
That'll be an interesting game to see. All right, well, we thank you for this broadcast, Jackson. It's been an honour to commentate alongside you, being my brother.
Yeah, it's been awesome to commentate with you. It's the first time that the 2 of us have commentated together. You know, I've been listening to you, you've been doing really well, Jet.
I appreciate it, mate.
Yeah, it's been awesome. So that wraps up this entertainment for today. We've got one more game afterwards. We've got River City, we've got Newcastle. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be myself and Tom Byrne. And yeah, we will see you in the next one.
Very nice. Thank you, everyone. Catch you in the next game.
We are live here at the Camellia Indoor Sports Centre. We have the Newcastle Jets, we have River City, we have Jackson Taylor, we have Thomas Byrne on commentary today for the final game of the day, and a very exciting one at that. Two teams who have been predicted by many, including Thomas, to finish in the top 4 of this week's APFA Club Championships. Tom, how are you going?
Look, I'm good. Newcastle have played well all week. River City, they've had some troubles today. They lost to Melbourne yesterday, lost to the Wanderers this morning, and a draw with Hills United means they really need to start turning things around quickly.
And as you say, that the ball immediately being sent up towards a goal kick for River City. Newcastle just applying that pressure immediately for Mark Warren to take.
Something I noticed in the build-up to this match is that we've had a tactical change from River City. They're playing 3 up. They've got Mark Warren as the goalkeeper. In fact, he will sit at halfway. So something brewing for River City tactically at the moment.
That tactical change does, of course, see Jack Parry switch to the outfielder's shirt from the goalkeeper's shirt he's been wearing all week so far, Shannon Anlazar, to take this free kick from the resultant foul before. Winds up and takes. My view's been blocked by the referees, but it's now with Jack Parry. Ryan Sack and him tossing. The two young Poweroos. It's out for a Newcastle ball. A deft touch from Ryan Sack goes directly to Cooper Polini. The two of them now in a one-on-one jostle. The ball running out for Newcastle to take the sideline.
He'll clash at bars on the way through. No whistle, however, for that.
Dimitri Leolio-Davis sends the ball back to Ryan Sack. Dimitri Leolio-Davis thinks the ball through. View currently slightly obstructed, but it's back now. It's in this half. The ball with Shannon Anlazar and Jack Parry. Jack Parry advancing.
These two still tussling.
Dimitri Leolio-Davis retreating. The ball rolls out for a River City sideline. Jack Parry calling for him to take it. Lines up quickly and takes it. It's sent into the middle, and it's going to go cleared out for a sideline deep on the other way for the Newcastle Jets to take in their attacking third.
Once again, lots of physicality on that play before. Looks like this game will be pretty ugly in terms of players crashing into each other.
Yeah, it's definitely that sort of dedication and art that you need to be seeing at this level. Obviously, these teams are both on the upper echelon of this competition, and they're going to fight every single morsel of energy that they have in their body to win. Stuck in the corner there for Chris Hassis. He gets it out. Going to be a River ball, as they appear to be stuck on the net behind us, so I can't turn too much. So looks like I'll be only covering one half of the field for now. Tom, you've got the other half.
Leading outfield. Battling now Ryan Sack. These two very aggressive at the moment. Polini straight into Ryan Sack. Big noise as that ball hits the chair. Hopefully everything's okay with that. Now battling with Leolio-Davis. And there's a lot of physicality in that. Jack Parry dropping him into the middle. Goes at Ryan Sack. Tries to beat him the first time. Sack on the dribble. And Polini hits him in the back of the chair and gets whistle for it.
It appears I somehow unstuck myself. Oh, never mind. This is...
Go out around the side of the table.
Pardon?
Go around the side of the table. Yeah, out there. More room out there. Yep.
It's quite tight here in the commentary booth. My bag hitting some pole or something on the back of my
Yeah,
chair.
you're good now. You're good now.
Sweet.
Peters, what a ball.
Some good passing here from River City. Back into Tristan Peters, he whips it in.
Newcastle bench wanted a 2-on-1. They didn't get it.
Jack Parry keeping the ball up. Sends the ball to the opposite wing. Cooper Polini. Big swing, no ding from him. Very big sides of frustration from him. Ball going off of Ryan Sack there. Another touch from Jackson Taylor in the commentary booth. Makes that, I think, 8 for today. I had one in the game with Jet Tom.
Oh, no.
The Tristan Peters. A big spin that could also be very dangerous for Mark Warren. It's going to go out.
Chris Hastis, great
sideline.
Great position from him to punch it upfield. Mark Warren very lucky to hit this game at nil.
Chris Hastis lines it up. Ryan Sack. Chris Hastis can't get to it. It's going to go out for a River City goal kick. What have you made of this tactical change so far, Tom, from River City?
I think they're looking to keep the ball upfield more. Potentially they're worried about the risk of balls popping through.
I'm going to overtake that comment. We can get back to it as Jack Parry and Ryan Sack tussle in the corner, but it's going to go out for a goal kick. You can continue your...
I think it's a sign that River City are worried about counter-attacks and they want to have a man further back on the field and utilise their best 3 players up front.
Shannon and Lazar take this goal kick. Ryan Sack, pardon. Chris Hastis. Cooper Polini punches into Ryan Sack.
It's the one time I actually think we need to go more complex. I would have preferred Cooper swim.
Ryan Sack patiently waiting. Tristan Peters not. Punches out for a sideline. Dimitri Leolio Davis to Tate. Sends it back to Ryan Sack. Ryan Sack bats to Dimitri Leolio Davis. The two of them passing back to each other. Dimitri across, but can't get it because of Tristan Peters' interception. Peters and Sack on the ball. It's behind Peters. The ball slowly rolling over to Leolio Davis. And Lazark and Peters on it now. And Lazark driving the ball forward. He's looking for a flick. The referee blows a whistle, I believe.
That's the other court whistle.
That's the other court. I don't know what I saw. The ball's still in play on this court, on the show court. Tristan Peters and Ryan Sack tussle, but the ball is out of play for a River City ball. So Tom, you've obviously been a person from Brisbane. You've seen a lot more of this River City side as the ball goes out for another sideline. How do you compare their performances in the Queensland competition to here at the club championships?
Oh, they played really well. They won 14 from 14 up in Brisbane as these two parts of the round.
Good ball, almost.
It's the second or third time we've seen that attempted cutback from the wing and nobody's been there. They're so used to this 4-up formation. Going back to 3 hasn't worked. But I mean, I think they've been par for the course. The Queensland League was very hard to tell how good you're going at the moment because the other two teams just haven't been the same calibre. It's here that you can really test yourself.
The ball going very well set up for Dimitri Leolio-Davis. A couple of spins in frustration afterwards after that save from Jack Parry. Continued pressure from Newcastle.
Fantastic stuff from the River City captain in order to keep that ball out. I thought for all money we were going to see the opener. Instead, the score stays level.
Shannon Lazar just toying with it in the corner. Cooper Polini puts it out for a sideline for the Newcastle Jets. What have you made of the game so far, Tom? We're about halfway through the first half.
Newcastle, I thought, haven't had, this is probably their best attacking position at the moment. River City seem to have had a little bit more ball so far, but this game hanging in the balance at the moment.
Another attacking opportunity for the Newcastle Jets. Dimitri Leolio-Davis and Ryan Sack talking over who should take it. Ryan Sack declares it his, off to Dimitri Leolio-Davis with a deft touch. The two of them attempt to pass, but Cooper Polini cuts it out. It's another sideline for the Newcastle Jets.
River City are happy in this holding pattern at the moment until Newcastle do something different. River are just going to keep doing this. Now we see a change.
Tristan Peters and Shannon Amlazar tossing there, just a little bit of pressure almost on the back wheel. I thought Jack Parry, just first time with a pass, second time not. Dimitri Leolio-Davis just getting the back of his chair to nudge that one in. Beautiful assist from Chris Hassett. And that finally breaks the deadlock for the Newcastle Jets. It's the Newcastle Jets 1, River City 0, with about 8.5 minutes left to play in the first half. Tom, what did you make of that?
The River City defence broke down once Jack Parry got beaten. Mark Warren did his best, but his best wasn't enough to keep the scores level.
Ryan Sack leaving the ball for Dimitri Leolio-Davis. They used it well to counter. This is Chris Hastis and Mark Warren. Christian Peters back. Hastis trying to get it through too. He's got the ball near the sideline. Trying to look for options. Looks to win the corner. Jack Parry does well to stop that.
Oh, careful stuff here as Hastis goes first time and wins that corner eventually.
Yeah, it was very well done from Chris Hastis to time his hit properly to make sure nobody got hit, nothing bad happened, and he's won a corner for his team. Ryan Sack to take. Bit too early for the run from Chris Hastis as he drops back. Ryan Sack looking to evaluate his options.
I think Newcastle have made a read tactically on River. They're expecting River to jump a lot more, and so they're slowing down and using a lot of dummies.
That one won't be able to go out for a corner as the hit wasn't quite on target. It'll be a River City goal hit. Mark Warren to take.
Lots of motion from Newcastle.
Ryan Sack, Chris Hastis. Ryan Sack. Good stop by Mark Warren. Put it out for a corner.
Those ones can be hard to stop. Even though they're from range, when you let it play a wind up like Ryan Sack just did, you have very little time to react, and it's more so about just being in the spot that covers most of the angles rather than reacting to the ball coming in.
Yeah, a lot of the work just comes from previous experience and going, well, where will the ball end up if it's hit from that position? And he did very well to evaluate that correctly.
That could be something that's easier when you play more of a player as well. Obviously, these two teams are in different states, so they don't play as often as now. Counter-attack for River City.
Cooper Bellini, Tristan Peters back with Cooper Bellini. Sends the ball over to Peters. Peters looking to spin. Over to Bellini, it's in! Really good counter-attack from River City. Really good passing. All of it ending up with Cooper Pellini putting it in the net. 1-1 between the Newcastle Jets and River City.
Well,
Tom, what
here
do you
we
think of that?
go, ladies and gentlemen. This game is alive and kicking. I thought that this might be a 1-0 sort of game. Once one team goes ahead, they lock it down. Instead, here we are, things opening up. This might be something special.
And that could just be what River City need to give them the belief. Cooper Pellini spinning into the back wheel. I need to stop thinking about that commentator's curse, Tom.
Yeah, you probably should.
Ryan Sack to take almost on the halfway line.
That's it, taking his time.
Sack. Second Dimitri and Leolio Davis pardon. Going back and forth. Leolio Davis almost getting Tristan Peters' back wheel out for a sideline.
Lots of communication from the Newcastle bench. It's Cameron Waite giving instructions to Ryan Sack. Both teams quite possibly not happy with how this game is panning out so far. Now that we are level once more, you've got to find a way to break through again.
Dimitri Leolio Davis just slowing the ball down there in the corner. Tristan Peters looking to do something with it, but Ryan Sack closes him down well.
And we've seen some of that physicality coming back. Tristan Peters running back towards his own byline and can't keep that in.
Dimitri Leolio Davis looking to go back to Ryan Sack. The two of them working together as the ball gets swung into Jack Parry. Dimitri Leolio Davis, all the time in the world, gets through that gap. A ball that rolled so slowly, and yet he was able to creep it between Mark Warren and Jack Parry. What a goal, what an individual goal from Dimitri Leolio Davis, Tom.
Well, that was something special. Even I sat here thinking there's no way he's going to get through. The ball moves just a little bit, and Dimitri Leolio Davis, he spots it, he goes for it, and he executes, and from nowhere, the lead is restored. Newcastle 2, River 1.
Yeah, this is certainly a game, isn't it, Tom? We're on for some entertainment here.
And a 2-on-1 if there's no advantage.
Advantage is played, in fact. Very well done by the referee there. Ryan Sack pushing up against Jack Parry. More communication from that Newcastle bench. Very calculated efforts. Dimitri Leolio Davis and Ryan Sack just passing between each other. Leolio Davis, can he do it again? Sets up Hastis instead. It's with Leolio Davis again. Hastis. Over and in. And he too has found a way through the River City defence. And with only 2 or so minutes left to play, Tom, it's Newcastle 3, River 1.
Well, the defensive ball broke down once again. They got moving, they got out of the position. Newcastle found the opening. They had to go a little bit aerial, but the referee was happy with it. And now the lead is 2 on the verge of half-time.
Some good passing here, cut out well by Ryan Sack, but with not much time left in the half, I'm not sure how much action there is, Tom. A minute or so.
Still plenty of time. We've seen comebacks, we've seen goals scored in quick time. Might not be so here if the cricket Palladium keeps throwing away the ball like that.
Jack Parry running up the court. Tristan Peters rotating. Tries to cut past Ryan Sack, he can't. Cooper Pellini on the ball. Still jostling.
Nobody on the left-hand side for River City. I think this formation that they've tried in this game has not worked. All their rotations are breaking and they're not finding space where they think it should be.
Yeah, they obviously had their, sense of glimmer and hope when they scored their goal earlier, but I think it might just be a little bit more time before this formation tactic will be perfect, don't you think, Tom?
I reckon if I'm Coach Brandon right now, I'm going back to plan A. I've got Jeff Parry back in the keeper's shirt, and I want to be playing that aggressive four-up football we've seen them do all week.
Well, the second half, where we'll find out, that will be not long away from now, with Ryan set to take this sideline. Dimitri Davis gets a deft touch. Tristan Peters with a strong hit, but the accuracy isn't quite there, and it's going to go out for a sideline.
Sideline, in fact, is the best outcome. If you've ever missed by a lot, bet the sideline, don't clip away a goal kick. It's hard time on the other court. We're still playing here. Jack, no, we're not.
Commentator's cursing itself, Tom. Well, that wraps up the first half of this game. It is Newcastle 3, River 1. Tom, do you have any thoughts before we close for the half?
I think Newcastle are going to be happy having this 2-goal lead. I don't think anyone expected a lot of goals from these two teams, usually known for good defence. But, well, we've seen 4 in 20 minutes.
Here's to whatever happens in the next 20 then, I guess, yeah?
I guess so.
Beautiful. We'll see you in the next half. and we are back at Camellia Indoor Sports Centre for the second half of the Newcastle Jets and River City, the final game of day 3. The Newcastle Jets currently leading 3-1 over their Brisbane opponents today. We are with Cooper Polini and Ryan Sack at the moment. And on the commentary box, it is still myself, Jackson Taylor, and Thomas Byrne. Tom?
Afternoon, everyone.
So, Tom, we just had the break. What do you think the main conversations were between the coaches of both sides?
I think the main one for River is, given the fact that they've trusted that formation from the first half, need to remind the players, we're not playing 4 up. You guys need to rotate as 3.
Yeah, we spoke a bit about it in the first half of are they going to go back to plan A? They have not just yet. The ball's with Chris Astis. Ryan Sack, Tristan Peters, jostling.
I think for Newcastle, otherwise, stick to the game and remember the scoreboard. You're up by 2. Don't take the risks. Don't let them back in.
It's all about just playing as if it's 0-0. That's how I try and do it. Jack Parry on the ball now to take the sideline. About on the halfway line. Good ball in. Almost sneaks its way through, but doesn't. A high ball.
Yeah, just came off the front of the Olio Davis's chair into Polini's and then straight up into Polini's wrist.
Tristan Peters and Ryan Sack set to take this one-on-one after the high ball. The referee's just talking to them now.
Yeah, the usual things that being said. Gentle, keep it straight. Please don't make me come here again and do it 3 more times.
Referee blows a whistle. We're back into play. Tristan Peters and Ryan Sack.
This contest a lot more physical than we saw at the end of the first half.
Jack Parry sends it back to Tristan Peters. The two of them working very well together as they have done on the Australia squad. Jack Parry sends it back to Peters. Parry into the box. Calls of 2 from the River bench.
So we find Tristan Peters turning up the power and the aggression. That's something I know he does when he wants to get things back under his control. The 2-on-1 by River.
Just a bit of lack of communication there, I think, between Peters and Parry, and that will see that very promising attack break down for River City. Ryan Sack to take.
Peters with the steal.
Jack Parry hoofing it up. Cooper Polini with a softer touch than he would have liked. Ryan Sack spins it off of Cooper Polini and it's going to go out. I think for a sideline, no, goal kick.
Oh, and Polini had the ball coming to him at pace. He needed to just let it rip.
It is a sideline, I apologise. It's hard to see, as spoken about in the last game, that is my blind spot in this commentary booth.
Don't worry, I thought that our referee Santia Simon Green had signal goal kick. A sideline very difficult to deal with here for River City. Ryan Sack with it. Goes across the face of goal and gets it out.
Cooper Polini and Ryan Sack just fighting hard here. The ball let loose with Jack Parry.
Still going, these two.
The ball's released for Tristan Peters. He sends it up. Ryan Sack intercepts. It's going to go out for a sideline.
River City needs to start executing on these set pieces. When you're down by 2, you've got to take every chance you get. This is a good one.
Jack Parry communicating with his team, sorting out where he wants everyone to be. The ball goes through, but it's intercepted by Shannon Amlazar. Dimitri, a 2-on-1 is called, giving Newcastle the ball in the top of their defensive third.
And that's not how you get back in the games. You cannot afford turnovers like that. Keep hold of the ball is the golden rule of coming back in the games.
Ryan Sack just figuring out where exactly he wants that ball to go. He sends it over to the other side of the field. It's going to go out for a River City goal kick.
I still really want to see River City go 4 up here. They're playing down a man. They really need to be aggressive.
The ball going off of Chris Hastis there, giving just a little bit more field advantage for River City. Jack Parry to take, does a dummy. Once again, now he takes it. Cooper Pellini tries to get a deft touch, doesn't. Christian Peters and Ryan Sack, it's going towards Newcastle's defensive goal. Peters can't flick.
Parry was in position, but Sack did enough to off the pass from Peters.
And a slight touch from Jack Parry sees it go for a Newcastle ball on that sideline. Ryan Sack sending it in to Chris Hastis. Him and Cooper Pellini now jostling. Still going, it's going to be
That's
a River ball. Sorry, Tom, go
our
on.
first call at back wheel I've seen in this game. Now's not the time to give away fouls like that.
With about 13 minutes to go, River need to start capitalising to make sure they can get anything out of this
Well,
game.
they've got a direct free kick now. And we're going to go back because we didn't get the whistle from Tansia Simon Green.
Second time's a charm maybe for River City.
Cooper Pellini in space, but I don't know if he's the right option.
And the ball is sent up to Dimitri Leolio-Davis. He hits it directly into Jack Parry and it's going to go out for a Newcastle sideline. Dimitri Leolio-Davis sends the ball across. Cooper Pellini forces a touch from the goalkeeper there. Dimitri Leolio-Davis, it's Ryan Sack. He's against Christian Peters. Chris Hastis. Christian Peters closes him down too. Can't enter the box.
Very close, Tristan Peters.
I thought he might have at one point. The ball just rolling out, and that's going to be a River City sideline.
This is one where I'm having to delve into the depths of my mind. I believe the rule may refer to wheels.
Oh, it refers to the wheels.
I'm not 100% sure. I will need to check that, but I believe the rule may refer to wheels. If that's true, then that's smart play by Tristan Peters.
Nice passing from River City, cut out by Ryan Sack. More passing. Christian Peters tries to send it across, doesn't get there in time.
Oh, that's a
little bit of pressure on the front. The referee says play on.
Tristan Peters felt that one too. We are playing on. Peters, you can see his head flopping around a lot more. He has felt that one.
The ball still in somehow with Tristan Peters there to meet it. Helby wanted the ball to go out just to get a breather.
He needs a reset or something. He's still playing on. That is the ambition and the drive of Tristan Peters. He just not want to let go. Another heavy hit.
Keeps pushing, just trying to win a corner, win a sideline, something for River City. We've got about 11 minutes left to play in this game. Bit of pressure there too between Ryan Sack and Jack Parry. Neither of them unable to do anything. The ball rolling out for a River City sideline in the attacking third. Jack Parry takes over to Cooper Pellini, back to Jack Parry. He spins and it goes straight into the Dimitri Leolio-Davis for another sideline. Just a slight bit up the court, but any bit helps. Jack Parry, Cooper Pellini tries to win a corner, but Ryan Sack does well. Christian Peters Over to Ryan Sack. Cooper Pelini does well to rotate. The ball's not really moving.
Ryan Sack doing really well to keep this out. And Tristan Peters clips away whistle.
Bit unfortunate, especially in that position. They've only got about, 10 minutes left to play in this game. So they'll be really hoping to make any chance count, and giving ones away like that aren't going to help. Jack Parry does well. Back at the guard of Jack Parry. Ryan Sack intercepts. He goes for another spin, dummies. Ryan also goes for a spin and can't get onto it.
Parry needs to take those long balls wide. Hitting them up the guts just is not going to work. It's not where your players are, and it's exactly where the defenders want it.
Ball's going towards Cooper Pelini right now. Gets a little bit of back wheel, but not enough pressure.
Looks like some of the old habits are starting to set in. Cooper Pelini going to his run game more. I don't want to see that right now. Nor do I want to see contact like that.
It's going to be a Newcastle ball. They would love to capitalise off a chance like this, make it 4, close the game down and finish it off.
It's been an intense 10 minutes for Newcastle. River City have had all of the football, but they have not come away with any goals to show for it.
Ryan Sack just communicating with Dimitri Leolio-Davis. What's the plan here? We will soon see. Ryan Sack to take.
Hastis open on the left. Leolio-Davis wanted it, didn't get it. 3 in the box violation.
This is the last thing that River City need. This is going to give an invaluable chance to the Newcastle Jets. 8 and a bit minutes left to play. What are they going to do with it? Soon find out. Ryan Sack, the brain that he has. This will be interesting.
Well, it's a big test on the shoulders of River City goalkeeper Mark Warren. You go down 4-1. May as well right off this game.
Ryan Sack to take. Punted well by Jack Parry.
And you hear the cries of nice from Mark Warren. He knew how important it was that his teammate got to that ball. He's trying to bring his team back into this game.
That's going to go out for a defensive sideline for the Newcastle Jets. Chris Hastis unable to get to that ball, and that's going to roll out for a River City sideline on the opposite end of the court. Jack Parry evaluating his options.
Needs some more talk from his teammates. Still a contest between these two.
Tristan Peters pushing, trying to push through. Ryan Sack holding firm. It's going to go out for a River sideline. 7 to go. They need to score soon.
Tristan Peters doing something different. He's shepherding him out. Ryan Sack in the box and now goes back onto the rim. In fact, he will be the set piece taker this time. Lots of motion from River City, changing the plans on the fly. Whatever that plan was, it didn't work.
Pardon me. Sorry, I was coughing a little bit. That's why I went quiet.
Oh, all good.
Jack Parry on the ball. It's going to go out for a Newcastle sideline.
Newcastle need to slow it down. 6 to go. Just keep the lead.
Deft touch from Chris Hastis, sending it towards his attacking goal. Tristan Peters doesn't quite connect with it how he wanted to. And it's another touch from Jackson Taylor in the commentary.
Stay still, stay still, stay still.
Okay, I'm sorry. And that one got stuck between commentators Jackson Taylor and Thomas Byrne. We do apologise for the halt in the game, but Newcastle won't be upset with us. Ryan Sack sends it to Chris Hastis. He wants to spin it. Goes out for, I believe, is it a corner or a sideline?
It should be a corner off Mark Warren. Looks like it will be a sideline, in fact. Neither of us got a great view of it.
Chris Astis takes it. Ryan goes to him. Chris Astis still in the corner. Hits it across. Dimitri's there. Good save from Jack Parry. Chris Astis with the follow-up. Well saved again. Dimitri Davis needs to get out of there. Ryan Sack and Mark Warren in the box. Justine trying to get through. Mark Warren trying to push the ball up.
It was a big save before by Jack Parry. It's at the moment that lifts this River City team. Christian Peters using everything except the box.
Christian Peters trying to spark a counter. There's not long, not even 5 minutes. If you need to get a result here, you need to start doing some things now, River.
Peters running at the line. Can't quite get it through Ryan Seck that time. Peters, the old hand of this team. Whenever you need something special, usually he's the guy that they turn to. He
keeps it in, or no, he doesn't?
No.
It's a goal kick for the Newcastle Jets.
4 minutes to go. Who's going to be the person to step up? Newcastle, though, they're doing everything right. They earned the lead, and they're holding it. Watch for the game management to turn right up now.
Shannon Lazark doesn't need to hurry. Go straight to Tristan Peters, though, and that's going to go for another goal kick. He won't be complaining.
Tristan Peters, he likes these sorts of situations. Scored a goal in a situation just like this in the local league in Queensland. He even had to crash and bash his way through to do it.
Shannon Lazark with another goal kick, evaluating his options. Goes down the middle again to Jack Parry, sends it over to Kupplini. Bit of a miss hit, Ryan Sack. That one's also a miss hit, and it's going to go out for a River City sideline in the middle of the park. 3 minutes to play.
I'm surprised that Ryan Sack wanted to go hard on that ball. Keep it simple when you're in the lead. Subs from Newcastle coming up.
Anything to wind that clock down. Kupplini and Ryan Sack on the ball now. The ball goes out, and that substitution is set to be made. Dimitri Davis, the one to come off. James Kim set to be coming on.
It's a big stint from the captain of this team. 2.5 to go. They should be home.
Ryan Sack takes. Is that Chris Hasless now? He's running it up towards Mark Warren. He's happy to let that go out. He's happy with his sideline. He's got all the time in the world. Ryan Sack looking to take. He's got Chris Astis in the corner. He's got James Kim at the far post. Shannon Lazark's high too. The ball's at Chris Astis. He doesn't have to do anything besides stop River from scoring.
Jack Parry's left the near post open as part of avoiding a 2-on-1. Mark Warren finally covers.
That's going to go out for another Newcastle sideline.
This is River City. It's off of Chris Astis. Oh no, I am blinded in you apparently.
Ryan Sack punts it back to Hastis. He did get the final touch on that, I believe, though, so that'll be a River ball. River are at the mercy of the referee almost, so if there's a comeback left in them, it'll have to be quick. But the chances are probably almost gone. Ryan Sack with the deftest of touches. That ball is just rolling. James Kim just keeping the pressure up. Shouts from Dimitri Davis coaching his replacement on the field.
He just pitched a lot of James Kim and gives away whistle for it too.
Another free kick for Newcastle. This will be the best thing that they would like right now, just to wind that clock down.
James Kim straight in as the block on the wall. Hastis needs to be wider. That's the call from the bench.
Ryan Sack sees Hastis. Can't quite get to him. Kupplini hits it. Christian Peters back to Jack Parry. Christian Peters. Kupplini can't quite get a good hit on it. Ryan Sack intercepts. Kupplini's bringing it up. One last chance to get a goal.
It's been that kind of day for River City. They make things happen and it just doesn't quite execute. As Politi battling hard with Ryan Sech. Over the sideline they go and into the advertising boards.
Yeah, that'll be a Newcastle ball. They worked well to get that field advantage, but they kind of lost it after just some tossing there. Ryan Sech sets take. He gets it to Chris Hastis, and that's the game. Newcastle 3, River City 1. What a game, Tom.
What a game indeed. The opening half saw 4 goals and things were very lively. And then as we entered the second half, Newcastle did what they had to do. Took the risks, well out of their game, shut things down and got the 3 points they wanted. And I believe that puts them just 2 points behind Melbourne at the top of the table tonight.
Yeah, that they did. It was a very intense game, both sides putting that pressure on, and obviously tomorrow we will find out that everyone plays all of their games by the end of tomorrow. So those final standings will be in by tomorrow evening, and today's result will have a big impact on the ladder. Today's result will. Tom, any final thoughts before we close?
Well, the pressure's now on those teams that want to make a run for the finals, especially River City. Their form started well, their form has dipped. If they want to get the trophy, they need to turn things around on day 4. Otherwise, they can kiss the chances of bringing the championship back to Queensland goodbye.
Yeah, there's nothing else from me, Tom. This was a really fun game to commentate with you, and that concludes us for the day. The games are over. We will see you tomorrow morning. It's myself and Riley Johnson, the US player from the Western Sydney Wanderers, commentating tomorrow morning. We'll see you then.